Guys, welcome back to the video. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we got, are Dutch people direct or rude? Before we dive in and find out, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to smash subscribe, get a bit of thumbs up. And if you'd like to support further, hit that join button and become a member. Get your exclusive benefits. Let's get to this.
People think I'm Dutch
Because you're so assertive.
what, rude?
No.
When Dutch people are direct towards me, in the beginning it was shock. Dutch people are quite direct to the point of becoming rude in certain occasions.
A lot of people told me that the Dutch are very rude. I think the directness can be interpreted as rudeness by some people, especially if you're not used to it.
Sometimes it can come off as rude, but I think you just have to get used to the directness that they have here because that's just the culture. I'm not used to it, so it's strange.
I find
My thing is, let me ask y'all this. I've seen videos about the Dutch directness and the culture that y'all have. Like, when y'all see foreigners, do y'all try to, be a little less direct in a sense, since you know that they're not used to it? Or you just like, hey, I don't care if you visiting, you better get used to this directness real quick? Because I can understand as a foreigner, I would see it as rude had I not watched all these videos for sure. And still, I might be like, dang, that's a little rude. But I appreciate that the Dutch are just straight up and honest. And they gonna speak how they feel and they gonna speak what's on their mind. But do y'all take it a little easy on foreigners coming to visit, or they get that same directness?
direct. I don't find it rude. I just accept that that's the way they speak.
It's not rude. They could be nicer.
Yeah.
I don't think they mean
That
to
could
be
be
rude,
nice.
but they're very direct. Yeah. I don't know if it's me personally or my culture, but I'm very sensitive.
What is considered rude, it depends on which country or culture you are in.
Being direct
Agreed.
in Chinese culture is kind of rude.
In Australia, it's considered very rude if you speak your mind and it's not liked by the party you are speaking to.
The Belgians don't really say what they want to say.
The culture that where I came from, we use a lot of words to be able to cover if you want to say something, which is something also I don't like.
It may sound a bit harsh because we generally soften it. I mean, it's nicer to soften it.
If I was at a party in Canada and someone had spinach in their teeth, no one would say anything to that person and they would find out when they go home. Here in the Netherlands, someone would blurt out in front of everyone, you have some spinach in your teeth.
I would say it's
Dang. I would say I want you to tell me I got spinach in my teeth, but I want you to pull me to the side and tell me I got spinach in my teeth. Don't blurt it out in front of everyone, because not everybody looking at my teeth. Just, hey, I just want to tell you I got some spinach in your teeth. But so it sounds like, from so many different countries, that most countries do not speak in the same direct sense as the Dutch do. But a lot of these countries have accepted, a lot of these people from these countries have accepted, this is just how the Dutch speak. It's not that they're trying to be rude. They're just direct. Could they be nicer? Yeah. But this is their culture.
more direct than most cultures.
Coming over here, when I ever talk to a Dutch person, they always telling you exactly what they're thinking.
There are things that they say straight to the point.
At the beginning, I was really shocked about the way that you say it, really bum bum bum.
I want to make internship and I applied for many schools here. One of the answer that I got, we don't have time for your stage, apply another else. Thank you, wish you good luck. And I was like, what? What is this? And it was a manager of school. I was like,
I work in design and I need to do cool stuff, pretty stuff. My boss or my colleague is gonna come and say, this is so uninspiring. He's right. Even myself, I know this is not my best work.
We had a very funny neighbor, and he was very direct with us about the noise from our dogs or from, if we flush the toilet in the middle of the night. But that's good. Then I know how to act around him as his neighbor. Instead of him just being either pretending to be polite and pleased or being gruff with us and us not knowing why.
There are times that I've had the food.
I will agree with that. I think it's better to be direct, and that way the other person knows like how to change certain behaviors that may help the relationship between you two than to just try to be polite and hold it back. But now you're annoyed with that person every time they go flush the toilet in the middle of the night or their dogs are going crazy. You build up more and more annoyance and resentment towards that person. And just being honest and say, hey, like this is bothering me. Like, can you get this under control?
Agreement with my partner, and then I'll say that was uncalled for, and he'll say, "No, come on, I'm Dutch." And I'll say, "No, you're not allowed to use that phrase. I'm Dutch. There's being rude or hurting someone's feelings, and there's being Dutch. They are two different things. Don't mix them. It can go.
I feel that.
When you
I
don't
feel
trust the
that.
person you're talking to, and then you can
That's it.
either hurt their feelings or break a working relation.
That's big to me. And I understand that's directness, but to me, I really like to focus on the hearer of the message that I'm speaking, and seeing like how best can I get this through to you. And some people, when you're so direct, are going to take it in a very harsh sense. And although you're telling them something, they may not hear it because you said it in a harsh sense and their feelings are hurt and all that. But if you find a way to say it in a sense that where they can hear it without feeling offended or such, sometimes you're just gonna offend people. That's like, but if you can try your best to get to deliver the message in a way that the hearer can understand it best, to me, is a great way to go about it. But that's just I grew up in the culture of the U.S.
Being direct, the process, you don't need to find what is underneath, so you easily get to know what he wants to say. So that is really good. But in some instances, if you're given an assignment, if you give it everything correct, out of 100, 98 of them are correct, Dutch can say, yeah, these two are wrong, get it done. So that's something maybe Dutch also need to learn since you're working internationally a lot.
In the work environment, if you are direct, you go straight to the point, it makes things so much easier. That's actually very
I get that. I do get that.
When I was working with my Dutch colleagues, it was perfect. Like emails, three lines, straight to the point, done.
Well, for me, it was like sort of relaxing that at least someone says what he wants. That's refreshing from my point of view.
I appreciate that because it doesn't leave me confused about what they really think or feel.
The objective is not for you to feel bad about it. So they do it so you can actually know what didn't go properly and what you can change.
And I think that comes from just being historically a very analytical people.
They have a great mind because they always, not encourage themselves. I think it also encourage all the people dare to think and dare to do something.
What I really like about the Dutch is that they're very direct and they're very blunt, but they're also very friendly.
I think that they are direct or very direct, but in a good sense. Yes, it's very nice. Really.
I feel that. So it's like some people, it has its pros and its cons. Its pros is in a work environment, yeah, things are going to run much smoother because you're getting exactly what you need to say said, and you're not wasting time trying to beat around the bush and trying to cover it up with niceness. But in cons is some people, it's just too harsh for some people to hear. It's going to hurt some people's feelings. And so although that may not be your intent, that may be the outcome. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Direct or rude? Or could it be both? That's all we got. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe.